Guys, so we'll be pulling messages for Wednesday, July 1st, and I just want to get a message for the day. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, the Nine of Swords. The Justice card. And the Five of Pentacles. So immediately what I'm getting is this feeling of overcoming, wanting to overcome negative thinking, like negative thought patterns, and just kind of scarcity mindset, and coming to a more assertive place within ourselves, so we can navigate our lives and go after whatever it is we want. And so you see her, like, she's bigger than the town, and I feel like that's kind of what we want, is we want to kind of expand out of our lives, and like even this, she's like stepping out of the painting, and here she looks like somewhat clandestine, you know, with the way she's hiding. So I feel like there's just this theme of wanting to like step out, or like maybe be bigger than our life or our circumstances, as it's played out for us. All right, let's get 4 cards for that Nine of Coins. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. All right, the Two of Pentacles. And the Chariot. So it's very much like we want to move forward with something for ourselves. Like, we know what it is we want. We want to move forward with it. Like, the drive and the momentum is 100% there. I think there might be like some anxiety, some limiting beliefs, limiting thoughts. And I think we're just trying to figure out how to navigate through them and like find our comfort zone so that we can really go after what it is we want. So I'm seeing a lot of drive, and I'm also seeing us like just working on negative belief systems. And I'm wondering if there are belief systems that revolve around shame, particularly not feeling like we have the right to be in the spotlight or going after the things that we want. And maybe that results in us withdrawing more than we need to. So I think we're kind of trying to find a balance, where we feel comfortable expressing how we feel and understanding what we want, so we can really fully embrace it and go after it. All right, 3 cards for that Five of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, which in this card is the Mirror. So I feel like the scarcity comes from maybe like this sense of scarcity. I think it really seems to have come from like really complicated social dynamics, having to navigate people, having to navigate society to get our needs met, maybe having to navigate positions of authority, who may not have been as nice or as accepting or as supportive. And I think maybe that kind of created a ceiling on what it is we wanted for ourselves. But the cards are really kind of encouraging us to really tune into ourselves, tune into who we are and what it is we want, and to really fully embrace and embody that. So to almost, in a sense, like, even though there are a lot of people or a lot of, you know, negative voices surrounding us, it's like to tune those out and tune into, you know, like our inner world, which has its own very complex um, set of needs, and learn to work from that space as opposed to working from the space of what the outer world kind of dictates or defines for us. All right, 3 cards for that 9 of Swords. Okay, I have the 10 of Cups. I have the Devil. And I have the Queen of Cups. So I think the things we want for ourselves are actually really good and healthy. Like, the things that we want for ourselves are going to help us feel nourished. It's going to help us feel whole. It's going to help us feel like, there's this poem, like, what does the soft animal of your body desire? Right? So it's like we're going after things that are that's going to nourish like the deepest parts of ourselves in a very healthy way. And I think the stress in pursuing that comes from us feeling like the things that we want somehow conflict with other people's agendas for us, um, or the way that other people might want to limit us. And I think it's almost like that friction between what I want versus what the world wants from me. And it's like, I feel like that creates a lot of stress. And so I think the idea is to kind of like try to, I think in this case, just fully embody more and more what it is we want for ourselves and what it is that brings us happiness and contentedness, and that will give us the boldness to kind of push against those rules and those expectations and those, you know, limiting ideas that other people might create for us, or maybe our past experiences have created for us. All right, and 4 cards for justice. All right, we have the Punishment, which is the Hangman, the Queen of Wands, the 5 of Wands, or 5 of Swords, sorry, and the Emperor. So this is definitely like a lot of fire energy with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. I think what the cards are saying is get comfortable with putting yourself out there. Get comfortable with, you know, these negative life experiences and these negative outcomes, and learn to kind of recover and make peace from them and feel whole despite them. They're kind of saying that your strength is going to come from your recovery, and your recovery is going to drive, it's going to, like, it's sort of like, let me think, like, it's sort of like your ability, let's say you encounter a setback and then you recover from that setback, and then you encounter another setback and then you recover from that setback. Your ability to recover from setbacks is going to create a really nice foundation for you, where you're going to feel very strong and secure in yourself. So when you have these negative life experiences, your internal world is not going to be one that's been kind of pockmarked by damage, but rather one that has become more resilient over time because it's been able to recover over and over again. And I think that ability to recover and to heal, and it allows you to access like the things that makes life beautiful and sweet, and like meaningful. So yeah, and that liberates you, to go after what it is you want. Yeah, so I feel like the cards are really saying, like, yeah, navigating the world is complicated, you know, and being yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, you know, trying to go after things and experiencing setbacks um, is difficult, but learning to kind of regroup and recover and then, um, you know, find the joy in life again, that helps you continue moving forward and going after what it is you want. Um, so, yeah, I really like this message, and I hope that was helpful.